Yeah. Subject today, folks. Cycle of chronic disease and the 5 dream team of superfoods that everybody needs. Everybody needs, alright? So, chronic disease, how does it happen? Anybody?
Stress.
That is spot on, actually. Exactly right. Yeah, stress. Stress from what? Children, yeah, people. Life. Negative emotions, thoughts. Could be unnatural diet, environment, pollution. Too much exercise, too little exercise. All kinds of stuff. Stress is what really sets up the whole process. Mainly being the unnatural diet, because that's something you're every day taking in like that. That's the biggest form of stress, I would say. What happens in stress is you get an acidic environment in your body. You get cells beginning to ferment, beginning to recycle, beginning to just break down, oxidation, inflammation. You're gonna get a weakened immune system because of it. You're gonna get mainly that, and the weakened immune system is what sets up the perfect playground for the starters of the dream team here. That the pathogens, these are the dream team of pathogens. This is the 2012 dream team here. Maybe Kobe, LeBron, Durant, Carmelo, all these guys. Brandon knows. I see him shaking his head over there. He's the only black guy here, folks. Give him props. Give him props. Yes, look at that greenness. That is awesome. Look at that health. Yeah, man. You like it? Alright, so it says of these pathogens, it's basically viruses, bacteria, yeast, parasites. Okay, those are the 4. Stress is the first factor, so that's 5. Those are the 5 starters as far as what really sets you up for problems. So viruses, you got herpes, you got Coxsackie, you got Epstein-Barr. Bacteria, you've got E. coli, you've got staph, you got MRSA, any of these crazy things. Parasites, I mean, it could be pinworms, it could be, ringworms, all these weird things. And as far as yeast goes, Candida is the big culprit. Candida can become a fungus if it gets out of hand. And it goes from there. So then you got the other 5 starters on the other team. This is the old school dream team. You got 1992, you got Jordan, Pippen, Malone, you got Stockton, Ewing, Olajuwon, you got all the greats, right? These guys have the wisdom, though. They can outsmart these pathogens because they've been around longer. I mean, Jordan's the greatest. We all know. If you got him on your team, you can pretty much beat anybody. I don't care if it's fucking Kobe or these younger athletic dudes. It doesn't matter. You got Jordan, you're gonna win. So let's talk about that. Those guys are gonna be Aloe. I mean, this is my list. There's some bench warmers. There's some other guys out there that are great, but you got aloe, coconut oil, algae, mushrooms, and fermented foods. Those are going to be my top 5. Everybody should have them. So, I'll start with aloe. Aloe, let's say, is Michael Jordan. Alright, we got aloe over there. You can see it from here. How I usually drink aloe is going to be in, I usually blend it up into smoothies. I'll chop it up, put it in ice cube trays, freeze it, and throw maybe 3 or 4 cubes in a smoothie in the morning. Usually do one in the evening too, and all kinds of good benefits. Where does aloe come from? Anybody? Besides our lot, yes. That's a good answer.
Where does it come from? From the desert?
Yeah, pretty much.
Succulent.
Pretty much. Well, some beg to differ.
You're talking about the origination?
Yeah.
Africa?
Yeah. It comes from Egypt, which is in Africa. Well, at least that's the oldest written record of it. 4000 BC in Egypt. You know, it's on those pyramids, just like everything else is. It's a member of the lily family, which is the same as onions and garlic, which those are very sulfurous plants. I'll talk about sulfur probably a lot as I do more talks and stuff, because it's really, really important. It's good for inflammation, and MSM. It's good for everything. It's a really important mineral. Yes. So that's pretty much where it comes from. It is a desert type plant, so think about plants that have harsh environments that have to survive. Those have the tendencies to be superfoods, to be some of these more nutritious foods, because they have to fortify themselves with their own defenses against harsh conditions, like, you know, a lot of heat and you know, maybe flash floods and stuff that happens in deserts, you know. So aloe is mainly unique as a superfood, I'd say, because it's got 5 of the 8 essential sugars your body needs, and that's a lot. Nothing else comes close, really. These foods are going to have nutrition that no other foods really have, and they're unique in many ways. But specifically aloe, they're called glyconutrients. These are 5. They have 5 of the 8. The 5 they have is arabinose, xylose, mannose, glucose, sucrose, and I think that was 5, right? Yeah, should have been. So those ones, what these glyconutrients do is these are great for the immune system mainly. They're also called polysaccharides. It's just a more general term for glyconutrients, I would say. These things are really helpful for the immune system in the way that they help the immune system communicate. I probably talked about it briefly maybe before. They help form these little kind of hair-like things on your cells that help to trap viruses, trap bacteria, and they help to facilitate communication between your immune cells. If you don't have adequate communication, you know, nothing's going to go too well as far as your immune system goes. So, and like I said, there's very few foods that have glyconutrients that have some of the main ones. Aloe and algae and mushrooms being the few, and like I said, algae and mushrooms are on that dream team, so I'll talk about those. So that's the main reason aloe is awesome. Aloe's also got bitters. So aloe's got 3 parts. It's got the leaf, the inner gel, and the sap. And it's got, in the leaf, and the sap also, it's got bitters, which is that's just the taste, you know, on your tongue. Most bitters are very medicinal. It says in the Bible, he who drinks from a bitter cup will have no thirst. And so aloe being a succulent kind of thing, I mean, it can help with hydration and all that. But bitters, does anybody know what else bitters do at all? I may have talked about it before, I don't know. Briefly. Bitters. Bitter herbs, like golden seal or gentian. Or, yeah, most of them would probably be cleansing, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, maybe.
What are you looking for? Sugar?
Mainly, yeah, blood sugar is the main one, yeah. They're really helpful for blood sugar.
What letter does it start with?
I'm not going to go that crazy on you guys. I'm not going to quiz you. Sorry. But yeah, blood sugar is one of them. So, That's a big thing. Like banaba and gymnema, those are very bitter things. Andrographis, super bitter. Those are all helpful for blood sugar. In the way that they're going to help facilitate insulin release, maybe help to heal pancreatic cells, maybe help insulin sensitivity. But mainly I was thinking about bitters being toners. They tone everything up, tone all the tissues, tone your GI tract, your digestive tract. They help to tighten all the cell junctions so that cells stay tightly knit in your tissues. If they start to get loose, you start to get a bad back, you start to get, leaky gut, you start to get, other stuff. If you got leaky gut, usually you're probably going to have some bloating going on. You're probably going to have some kind of bowel irregularity. But mainly you would probably, the most dramatic symptom would probably be quick reactions to a lot of foods. You start to get sensitive to everything. Because things are going into your bloodstream that shouldn't be, and your immune system's reacting. Also, at the same time, your immune system's usually probably deficient and weak, so it's just not able to deal with that onslaught. Leaky gut, you don't have to worry about though. As long as you do some of the things I'm mentioning, incorporate one of them. You don't have to do all 5, but if you just do one, you get really good stuff. So bitters tighten and tone. Bitters are usually, in this case, the laxatives in aloe are bitter. So laxatives in aloe and emodin. So there's a couple things about bitters. You also got salicylic acid in aloe. That's what basically aspirin is. White willow bark's where they get aspirin. Salicylic acid is an anti-inflammatory. So aloe is an awesome anti-inflammatory for your joints. So some of the uses of aloe would be joint health, inflammation. Rub it on your skin for. I used it for dark circles one day, and some of you guys said it cleared it up real quick. Like dark circles under your eyes. I'm talking about. Sorry. You guys are like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Is Brendan gonna turn white if you rub it?
He might. He's already white. Look at him. It's true, he said. So some of those uses: colitis, leaky gut, help for digestion, very soothing to your whole digestive tract, all kinds of different uses. Like I said, I put it in smoothies. You could do it. Sometimes I've even thrown little cubes in cereal, and some people like it. Crazy people, but you can use it. It's most well known for skin, for burns. That's how it first got its appeal. Studied for burns. And as far as those pathogens, it's pretty much antifungal, it's antiviral, and it's antibacterial. Those main ones. In a roundabout way, it would help to be like antiparasitic too. But so it addresses basically all those 4 pathogens that we're talking about. Kobe, LeBron, those guys. So that's aloe. Aloe's pretty awesome. Go check out those leaves over there. Blend it up. Next thing we got is coconut oil. Anybody know why coconut oil is unique? Why it's dream team? What? Lauric acid? Yeah, you know. Yeah, lauric acid's one. You could also call it monolaurin. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, the lauric acid is antiviral. So that is one of them. One of those pathogens. If you want to call them that, whatever.